Hello there folks, Cranky Old Cuber here. I've got a review here for the Yuxin Mastermorphix. I've had this for a few months now and I've had a chance to solve it a bunch, and so I figure it's time for me to do at least a little review of it. So this is a 3x3 shape mod, despite my claims to the contrary in a previous video because I didn't know what I was talking about. It's an interesting shape mod because it looks like it has 4 sides, but if you look at it carefully, you can see that there are actually 6 faces that all turn. So that's the center. Then we have corners, the 2 big ones, and they're like normal corners. They have 3 colors on them. And then we have 2 other corners, and they only have 1 color on them, so you can't tell which way they are oriented. This comes in handy on the last layer. The interesting thing on this guy is the orientation of the center matters, unlike on a standard 3x3. So it makes for interesting solves. Okay, so this Yuxin it feels mostly pretty smooth. Like if you're not solving it and you're just turning layers, it feels pretty good. However, the thing that I've found when I solve it is it tends to catch at times when you don't want it to, and at the same time when it does catch, what happens is other faces move, and they generally, for me at least, they do so in a very frustrating manner, in which, like, I'll be in the middle of a last layer algorithm and I will you know, be trying to do something and it'll catch, and then another layer will return and I will lose track of where I am because I don't know what's going on. And then I end up blowing up the solve. And I'll tell you, the interesting thing is, I solved the 4x4, the Megamorphix, and the 5x5, the Ultramorphix, and I don't have any problems during 3x3 stage on those guys, doing everything, and it just flows really well. There is something about this particular 3x3 that just makes it super frustrating to solve. So, I'll just put in a plug for the Yuxin Mastermorphix. I've solved it once after solving this a few times just like today, and I think you might have better luck with it. I'll do a full review of the Yuxin as well. I hate blowing up a solve on the last layer after, or even worse, the best part is if you're twisting centers at the end, because one of the algorithms I use twists all the centers, or almost all of them. If you like mess up the, you know, RU, R prime U 5 times algorithm in the middle, good luck figuring out where you were. So I'm gonna go ahead and scramble it up and do just a quick solve, and probably speed it up and set it to music, because why not? And it takes a minute to get aligned. And so interestingly, though I just said sometimes it's too smooth, what I mean by that is I end up getting, sometimes it'll align so forcefully and so well that it just wants to turn all by itself, no matter what you're doing. And I find that to be a bummer because, you know, it moves things that I don't want moved, and then I don't know where I am, and I do not have the cube sense on this that I have on a regular 3x3. Oops. Oh, I blew that solve up. That's great. Now I think I'm just going to scramble it up and record a solve, and I don't know, I might do a commentary or something over it, or I might just throw some music to it, but you can watch me do a solve once. I'm going to do a tutorial because there are enough additional things above and beyond solving a regular 3x3 on this that I think it actually warrants a tutorial. So I'll get a tutorial out for that too, hopefully fairly soon. So let me scramble this guy up. That looks like a reasonable scramble of this thing. See? frustratingly doesn't line up and then other things move. I am not a fan. God. Okay. Well, I'm back. So here's the deal. This pile of pieces you see here is basically how I feel about the Yuxin Mastermorphix, which is to say it has done its last lock and randomly spin some other face that I did not intend to spin. That's 2 attempts at solving this thing on camera, and I'm thinking back, and I don't think I have had a successful solve of this puzzle where it didn't randomly blow up while I was going through it. And not because I don't know what I'm doing, but because frequently when I try to turn it, things that I don't intend to turn actually turn. And I don't know how that makes you feel, but that actually makes me pretty frustrated and sometimes kind of angry. And I know I'm cranky old cuber, but like, really? So, I am done with this puzzle. I do not recommend anyone buy this puzzle. I have done one solve on a Shengshao Mastermorphix, and it was pretty pleasant, and I did not have any issues, and like any turns that got made that were wrong were me and fumbling and not a lockup and a random spin. So I'm gonna say, don't buy this puzzle. Like, I love Yuxin. I think Yuxin is an awesome manufacturer. Their 4x4, 5x5, and 6x6 are my mains right now for those events. Not that I'm good or anything, but like, they're the ones I use. I like the way they feel. You may have seen some of my unboxings of their bigger cubes. Their 7x7 Huang Long is awesome. Their 8x8 Huang Long is awesome. I don't know what they've done with this cube, with this particular puzzle, but I do not like it. I cannot recommend anyone else buy it. It is really fun to put in a bag and smash up with a hammer though. So that's my honest review of the Yuxin Mastermorphix. Again, Yuxin is awesome. Their Mastermorphix is terrible and I hate it. Here lies this pile of Yuxin Mastermorphix, which I am done with. So, thank you for watching, and I will catch you at the next video, which hopefully will be less eventful than this one. Have a great week, guys. Cheers.